Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is that mess is buried now. Okay, the scripture comes from Ezekiel 44 and 28. I am the only inheritance the priests have. You are to give them no possession in Israel. I will be their possession. They will eat the grain offerings, the sin offerings, and the guilt offerings. And everything in Israel devoted to the Lord will belong to them. The best of all first fruits and all your special gifts will belong to the priests. You are to give them the first portion of your ground meal so that a blessing may rest on your household. The priest must not eat anything, whether bird or animal, found dead or torn by wild animals. Okay, so God is saying it is settled. It is settled. It is settled. The mess is buried. Okay, I feel like somebody, you were maybe in an argument with somebody, or you were going back and forth with somebody about what belongs to you. Because this scripture is definitely about possession. Okay, and in this scripture, God is explaining to his priests that they will take no possession of any kind of specific thing in Israel, such as like they aren't taking possession, like this is such and such's house, and this is their vehicle, and all of the things that they have in there. God is saying, no, I want my priests real close to me, so I want y'all to stay at my house. And everything in my house belongs to y'all. When my children come and they bring offerings to me, regardless to what kind of offering it is, I want you to use that to eat. Regardless, I want you to eat from that. That's what you will eat. That's what you will just sit here and you will do what I tell you to do. You will do as I ask you to. Whatever gifts are brought, you can have it. It's for you because you're working for me. And I feel like God is just basically saying the mess is buried. It's over. Maybe this is for somebody you were expecting to receive something more or something greater. You thought God was going to give you something specifically to you. And God is saying, your blessing is because you being mine. Okay, like my chose, I specifically chose you to be my priest. I specifically chose you to be my prophet. It is done. Your inheritance is your connection with me. Your inheritance is your how close you are to me. Your inheritance is you having such a well knit relationship with me. Kind of the relationship where you talk with God all day, you spend time with God all day, and you just enjoy spending time with God. You bring delight and happiness in yourself spending time with God. God says that He will ensure that you have everything you need. You will be just fine, but don't fuss and fight with fools about what belongs to you and what you should inherit and what you should get and how you should get it. God said He is your inheritance. And having him is far greater than any other inheritance that you possibly could imagine in reality, in reality. And that's such a beautiful scripture, I know if it's for somebody that really was expecting to inherit something in the physical, it can be sad, but understand, just like in the scripture, God isn't going to have his prophets and his pastors living on the streets. That's not what that means. Just like he said, the house, everything in Israel devoted to the Lord will belong to them. The best of all first fruits and all your special gifts will belong to the priests. You are to give them the first portion of your ground meal so that a blessing may rest upon your household. God is saying that just by people giving to you, people giving to a priest, people giving to a prophet, that they are receiving blessings up on their household. And you have to understand that God is not going to allow his child, his chosen, somebody that he specifically told you, I don't want you to do nothing else but preach my word. He's going to make sure you're okay. He's going to make sure that you're good. But first things first, I feel like you have to let go of this argument. I just feel like this is for somebody, even if you're not arguing with anybody, but in your heart, you have this frustration, you have this anger, or maybe you have literally been arguing with people about inheriting something or having something or something being yours. God said, let that go and understand what He has for you is much greater than anything you could possibly inherit. Okay, that's the message. God said, let it go. It's done. It's finished. It's done. It's over. And He is the inheritance that you will have. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.